It all started on a Tuesday. I'm at work, working away, and I get a call from my mom. I hit decline. I get another call from my mom. I hit decline. I get yet another call from my mom. I pick up. Mom, I'm busy at work. Can I call you back? No, son. I need to talk to you about something important. Yes, Mom, I'm busy. You need to go to New York City this weekend. What? You need to go to New York City this weekend? There's a proposal for you, and it's my best friend's daughter. Mom, I'm not going to go just to New York City just like that to meet a random girl. This is not how love works. You're not going to get me arranged marriage. Just check your email, and when you buy your ticket, let me know. My mother, if nothing, is a determined woman. She decided that at age 30, I needed to get married. And at 32, I was already 2 years too late. My mother, being from Hyderabad, India, a royal city in India, believes in the customs of arranged marriages. She believes that first comes the right person, then the love comes afterwards. But I'm an American. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a millennial. I'm also a curious guy, so I checked the email. And when I do, I look and, well, next thing you know, I buy a ticket and I'm off to New York City later that weekend. So as I'm flying to New York City, I'm prepping myself. Okay, Omar, remember, you gotta be a gentleman. You gotta do all the right things that you know you have to do. Pull chairs, pay the bill, do everything, be sincere, be funny, just be you. I meet her at a restaurant, and I do all of those things. We have what looks to be a great time. So at the end of the night, after dropping her off, I text her. Hey, it was great meeting you. I'm here one more day. I'd like to see you tomorrow for coffee. Send. I don't get a response till Sunday morning. Sunday morning, I get the response. I'm so excited. I go outside by myself. There's a body of water. I want to read it by myself. I look. It was great meeting you, Omar. I don't see you that way. You're just a friend. I was devastated. I called my mom. Mom, I can't believe you made me do this. I told you arranged marriages are not for me. This is not how love works. No, that's it. I'm done. She said no, Mom. She just said no. Click. And now I'm off, back to Miami, back to work, and I don't talk to any girl for months on end. I feel like a hamster on a hamster wheel, running 7 days a week. Monday through Friday, I work as a financial billing analyst. Saturdays, I'm doing my MBA at FIU. And on Sundays, I run Mr. Omar's Chess Academy. I teach my students how to make the smart move. And I had no time for love anyways. My mother calls again. Son, marriage is essential in life. Mom, think of your life with a wife. Think of your future generations. Think of your mother's and your grandmother's happiness. My mother is a smart woman. She knows that by invoking my grandmother, that she'll get to me. Born in America, raised in India by my grandmother, my upbringing was not that of the average American. Raised by my grandmother for the first 5 formative years of my life, my grandmother was my mother, my father, my everything. She taught me to speak Urdu, our cultural language. She taught me to honor our religion and our customs and to have love for humanity. And I loved and adored my grandmother. And she wanted me to get married, and she even joked that she wanted to be a great-grandmother. After months of denial and deliberation, I give in to another arranged meeting. And this is all my mother needed. My mother is a persistent woman. What does she do this time? She gets a matchmaker. She finds a family, a distant family member who does matchmaking as a hobby. And Mrs. Fatima was a fun, lighthearted, bubbly woman, and she tells me, matches are made in heaven. I just bring the right people together. That sounded okay to me. So now I'm set for the first process, which is to create a biodata. A marriage biodata. What is that, you ask? Well, basically like what a CV is for employment-based, this is what you call a marriage resume. So you enter your age, your education, your employment, your family background, your ambitions, your desires, what you look for in a woman, and you include pictures. Easy enough, right? The matchmaker gives me a format and says, follow this, which is very bullet pointed. I'm like, no. Okay, I'm gonna be creative. If this is gonna work, I'm gonna write this story as from the heart. And what do? I entail all those things, I make it funny, and I just let my personality shine. And after a week long, I sent it to Mrs. Fatima, the matchmaker. And my biodata becomes a hit. Girls from all across the country are calling my matchmaker. I even got proposals from England and Canada. My matchmaker becomes like an agent calling me, telling me, okay, what do you think about this girl? I don't know. Is she gonna move to Miami? No, she's not. Okay, no. After months of this process, I still am a skeptic. I don't find the one, and I don't think arranged marriages do actually work. But, like my grandmother had taught me, I kept faith in God, and I just was optimistic that somewhere out there, my true love was out there. June 21st, 2015, the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, and the third day in Ramadan, just last year, my mother calls me and says, we got the perfect proposal. There's a we again. Quickly check. And I find out her name's Ariba, and she's beautiful. As nervous as I was that first time, I call her. And there was natural chemistry. Okay. We talk and text for 30 days. We go on, and everything seems to be going really well. We decide to meet 30 days later, but prior to that, I learned that she's a pediatric neurologist, and she loved kids just as much as I did. And she loved that along with my career in finance, that I ran a chess academy for kids on the weekends. So, we were set to meet. Everything up until this point was going very smooth, up until the day of travel. Starting off with my first morning flight, I get to the counter. Everything is set, and I'm there. 60 seconds, I'm late. I missed that flight. Okay, I got to get to Chicago. I look, second flight. I find out this airline. I get through the line, everything. I get there. I'm set to pay. The gentleman's like, all right, that'll be $1,175. Oh my God, okay, I know she's worth it. Of course she's worth it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I gotta get to Chicago. I take out my license and credit card. I'm set to pay. And immediately I think, Southwest, and I run, grab my everything and run. Run to Terminal 3. I get there, I see a line, and I get through it. I'm set to pay. I need a flight to Chicago ASAP. Lady says, all right, that will be $375. Yes, I'll take it. Give the credit card. Okay, sir, your license? Yes, my license. Where's my license? Oh my God, I know I have my license. I should have my license. And immediately I think, oh, Terminal 2. So quickly I grab my bags and I run, get back. The gentleman leaves his license out. I grab the license, run back. Now the line is a mile long and I'm thinking there's no way I'm gonna make the line and make this flight and I have to get to Chicago today. So as I'm searching and looking at the corner of my eye, I see a woman clocking in, getting into work. I run to her. I need to get to Chicago on your next flight. Tonight, I'm meeting the woman I may marry tonight. Please help me in the name of love. The lady says, I don't hear that one very often. And quickly, my bad luck turns to good luck. She prints the ticket, gets it to me. I skip the mile-long line, and I'm set. And I'm thinking everything is set on this last flight to Chicago. Now, even that, Mother Nature plays his hand and thunderstorm. Another delay. And quickly, I text her, let her know I'm on my way, everything is fine. I get there 7 hours later. 7 hours later, I'm in Chicago, and I'm thinking, there's no way she's gonna say yes. I'm late, this is not gonna work. But love was in the air. She was just happy that I made it, and she was just wanted to see me just as much as I wanted to see her. As soon as I walk in that door and I see her, my first glimpse of her, and I felt a deep affection, a feeling of gratitude. And if you look in the dictionary, I felt the definition of love. I felt it, she felt it, and my hopes soared. Later that evening, we talked more. We got to know each other. My sister was there. My mother was there. Her mother was there. We sat all together. Later, Ariba and I do take a walk, and we talk by ourselves. And so, towards the end of that night, I'm instructed to sit here. Ariba sits across from me, my mother, and then Ariba's mother sit across. My mother begins and asks Ariba, "Do you like Omar enough to marry him?" She says yes. Then she asks Ariba's mother, "Do you like Omar enough to be your son?" She says yes. Now Ariba's mother does the same, and now Ariba's mother asks my mother, "Do you like Ariba enough to be your daughter?" My mom says, "Yes, I do." And before she can say, "Omar, do you like Ariba?" "Yes!" And then both mothers ask us together in unison, "Omar and Ariba, do you?" "Yes!" Both of us nod. That Saturday night, I went home, and I knew that she was the one for me. That Sunday morning, I wake up, take my mother and sister, go out, buy the ring. Sunday evening, I'm set to meet her. Sunday evening, I see her, and I propose that next day after meeting her. We were set to get married a year after that, which we did in July, just a few months ago. After our wedding, we went for an 11-day honeymoon to Andalusia, Spain, where we just had a romantic getaway, and we came back. And so I used arranged marriages, and I found the love, the woman of my dreams. I listened to the wisdom of my mother and my grandmother. Arranged marriages have been practiced for centuries, from civilizations, from dynasties in Europe, Asia, and Africa. In my research, I found an article in the Chicago Tribune. A surprising new look shows arranged marriages in the United States lead to love, satisfaction, and commitment. Arranged marriages are not forced marriages. Arranged marriages, rather, are a chance to meet someone, an arranged meeting. I found love behind arranged marriages, and so can you. Thank you.